you the one that's holding on to the pain.
Now, while I don't identify as red pill or incel, my brother, let me provide you with a perspective that you might be missing.
Continue.
A lot of our women and a lot of America will take these instances from these men and generalize all black men, whether we fit the description or not, and say, see this guy? This is an example of what the entire male species in the black community is like. And it's not true. And it's not fair either.
Life is not fair to anybody, but we're grown. So who cares? Firstly, that is something that just exists in your mind. You feel that way. That is not factually true. There's no way that you can even prove that. But if you have a problem with this, why is your issue with the women and not the men? You have just acknowledged that this type of black man does exist. If you have a problem with something, you attack it at the source. Shouldn't your problem be with Pookie for being a Pookie?
And y'all remember the Dr. Umar interview, right? Where he was saying that regardless of the fact that we aren't Pookies and Rayrays, we are still held responsible because we allow it. And that we're supposed to stand in the gap and help mentor and raise kids that we had no part in bringing in this world. Like, even though I'm a man with no kids, it's my fault that Pookie and Rayray are running around impregnating women instead of the women that are choosing to lay down with them.
If that is what he said, then he is just describing community. But again, you seem to place blame with the women for reproducing with the man versus correcting and addressing the man himself. Are you seeing the pattern when it comes to children of the community? That's part of being of a community. You're not the only one without kids. You think it won't be easier for me to just give up on all these motherfuckers and disappear into rich gay land and let all these niggas just shoot and kill each other? It would be too easy, actually. So as a responsible adult that is part of the community, then yes, you are going to pour into children that are not yours. Most of these problems exist in your own mind because nobody's begging you directly to be a father to their kids. But you are now 2 for 2. You keep bringing up the women that sleep with Pookie instead of Pookie for being a Pookie.
The reason that I have a problem isn't so much that she didn't choose me. It was more of that the fallout of what happens from her choosing them, the burden of that is falling on me.
How is the burden of her choosing them falling on you, but the burden of them being them isn't falling on you? 3 for 3.
I think it's easy to write off these things as incels and misplace the blame and say, oh, it's just y'all just mad and angry and upset.
No one's misplacing the blame.
It's because those guys end up being the standard, or what people use as the standard. And that's not the truth. That's all of us are not on his type of time.
You have this idea that this is the standard of what people are using as the standard. But why does that even bother you anyway? I'm a black man. You think I care anytime somebody's talking about Pookie or Rayray? No. You think I feel generalized by a Pookie and Rayray statement? Saucy Santana's a black man too. I don't feel generalized when people talk about him. Do you feel generalized when people say things about Saucy Santana? He's a black man. But you don't feel generalized when people say things about Saucy Santana, who is a black man. But you feel generalized when people say things about a Pookie and a Rayray. I don't give a fuck what anybody say about either one of them. The fact that you feel that people are talking about you when they name these attributes simply means that deep down you feel that these attributes apply to you. Because when they talk about black man Saucy Santana, you don't feel like any of that applies to you. But you feel like these blanket statements of a Pookie apply to you. Because deep down, you know that's what you are.
I don't think that it's fair for you to categorize every person that doesn't necessarily agree with the choices that women make as red pill or incel. I don't think that's right at all.
You're a Pookie, no offense. But you're upset that she picked that Pookie and not you. But you say you have an issue with people generalizing you as a Pookie, but you do not want to address Pookie and make Pookie change. You don't want to make the image disappear. You're okay with Pookie existing. You just want the girl to pick you instead of him. So you don't have a problem with being generalized with that image because you do not care to eradicate the image. You only want the girl to not pick them instead of you. You did nothing but prove the point. You are an incel. No shade. This is a great dialogue. But if you want to know the real truth about why you didn't get picked, shoot me a message. I'll let you know.